Hello, everyone. I apologize for being a few minutes late getting this bonus session started. And I also apologize if my video is a little bit lagging. We are getting some bad weather that is coming in my local area, and it is making the internet here at my home. I don't know if it's everywhere around me, but here at my home, a little touch and go, if you will. So, we're going to try to do this bonus session today, and if we don't fully get finished with it, I will try to do a replay of it later in the group, okay? So come on in. I'm glad you're here with me and ready to roll in this extra session that we're doing today. It's a big day in networking land because the Networking Method Academy is open for enrollment, and I am thrilled that you're here for the group reward. We'll have the group reward on Monday. This is the group bonus session. Again, I'm sorry that the video may be lacking. Sorry about that as well. Not sure what's going on. Excuse me for just a second. Just making sure I can be heard, although I may or may not be able to be seen. Like I said, we will have the bonus group reward on Monday afternoon at 4 p.m. Eastern. So that gives you plenty of time to go back and do all the replays of part 1, 2, and 3 and get all the homework done. Okay? Because this bonus session, if you've done all the homework for all 3 parts, then you'll be entered into the drawing for the one bonus prize that I will be giving away on Monday afternoon, okay? So you don't want to miss out. Hope everyone can hear me. Apologies again for the not being able to see me, but the launch pad is my business philosophy that's based on 2 powerful premises. And one of the things we did in this training is we revamped everything in this training session. And I really sat down and thought about what it is at the core of what makes a business successful. And so much of it is mindset. It's kind of ridiculous even. I apologize also for my voice. My throat has actually gotten a little bit worse, so I'm a little bit hoarse. But I'm still going to try to get through this. So what I want you to do is kind of recap. We're going to recap things of what we talked about during our live training sessions that we did. And I want to introduce you to the Networking Method Academy. We're going to have a drawing, again, like I said, on Monday. And today, is kind of very exciting because the people who have went through this training and the ones who have done their homework for all 3 training sessions, and the homework is important because it does give you the breakthrough. So many of us are still like in student mode where we watch, we consume. And the thing is that the power is not in the knowledge. The power is in the action. So that's where the power comes from. And that's where we make a difference. Some people water and consume the training and they sit on the sidelines, basically. I really invite you to watch the trainings and stop and take action. You will need to go back and look at the replays. That's perfectly fine. The replays are still there in the group. And if you haven't done the homework for all 3 of the other trainings, go ahead and do that. Okay? It's very, very important. It's so critical to do that. And the same thing holds true in the Networking Method Academy. There's also homework and things that you can implement as you go through the academy as well, that you can implement into your own networking efforts as you get started networking or as you are building on your networking efforts or building your network. So let's talk about this business philosophy that we talked about last week. So these principles that we talked about that I discovered while networking for my own business building my network and relationships to help support me and my business. And that was back in 2018 when I got started. And since then, I have applied these same strategies to help others just like you build the network they want to support their business based on these two principles. Okay, so let's jump in. The first principle is essential, and we spent a lot of time on this one. You need to be able to describe your work in a clear and simple way. The reason that most businesses fail is that the business owner overcomplicates it, and this starts right here. The simplification must begin with your ability to be able to talk about your work and what you do in your business in a clear and simple way. So we talked about that in a lot of detail, the why for each part of it. So if you missed that, definitely go back and catch the replay. Again, the first principle is you must be able to describe your work in a clear and simple way. The second one is that we're going to build your business with relationships, not cold calling, not prospecting, not any of that. It's really important to realize that relationships are the key to a successful business. So that means you can skip the icky sales pitch. You don't have to try to convince people to hire you or purchase from you. You don't have to sell. You can relax and be yourself while growing your business consistently with the strategies and processes that work. So inside the launch pad, what we did for our 3 sessions was I lifted the hood on my networking strategies and showed you what works. So I'd like to hear, if you're here live, or you can comment later if you're watching the replay. Do remember to use #replay if you are watching this later. Again, I'm so sorry. My camera is not working or my internet's not working efficiently. But I do hope that you can hear me well. So again, I'd love to hear from you and love to hear what your ahas were going through this training. An aha is, your takeaways, what your takeaways are of the part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this training. Good, good, good. All right, so maybe I'm back. Kind. So I apologize for that. All right, let me see if I can get my screen to share again and get our slides back up. Okay. All right, here we go. Now my notes went away. I'm so sorry. Again, guys, internet technology has a mind of its own, and when there's storms around, it's going to do crazy stuff. That's exactly what it is doing right now. So again, my apologies for all the interruptions during this training. Let me see if I can get everything back up here like I need it. I'm so sorry. Okay. Well, it might not work. I'm not sure. Might not work. Let's see here. Gotta love it, right? All this wonderful technology, and it only works when it wants to, right? When it wants to. So, again, Let me share my screen. Guys, I really, really do. Because this is really kind of mind blowing.